Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Sexy Beast. And this movie came out in 2000, directed by Jonathan Glazer, the same director as Under the Skin, a movie that I really enjoyed. I don't love it as much as some people, but I don't dislike it as other people, which I have met people who hate Under the Skin. But I'm one who enjoyed Under the Skin. I thought it was pretty good, and The Zone of Interest is another film that Jonathan Glazer directed, and I wasn't really a fan of that one. But I'll check it out again at some point, in the hopes that I'll get more out of it, and it'll just be like a Big Lebowski situation where, like, oh, this time I finally get it, or like something just clicks for me. But anyways, going back to Sexy Beast, I thought this movie was great. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's basically kind of a heist movie where most of the movie is not about the heist. It's about trying to get our main character out of retirement to do this heist, and he doesn't really want to do it. And there's lots of things going on with the characters that is very interesting to watch. The dialogue's great, and the characters are interesting, and the performances are really strong. Like Ben Kingsley in this movie, he was my favorite part of the movie, and he really is like the best part of the movie whenever he's on screen, which is a good chunk of the movie. Like, I don't know exactly how much screen time he has, but it feels like he has a lot, and he's a major character in this movie, and he really steals it. And the scenes that I remember the most about this movie are the scenes with him in it. And Reed Winstone, I really enjoyed in this movie, and I also enjoyed his character this time all around, unlike Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Ian McShane, I thoroughly enjoyed in this movie. He's not in the movie a whole lot, but he's good when he's on screen. And the movie is very well shot, and it kind of goes in directions that I wasn't expecting, really. Just with how the movie was structured and directions that it was going, like, you can kind of guess where it's going in terms of the overall plot, but in terms of how we get there, I found it to be pretty unpredictable, and it never really lost me. I was always with it. And this movie is an hour and a half. It's really short, and despite it being so short, you learn a lot about these characters. And they do mention their history. They don't show it. I feel as though that works really well for a 90-minute film. And there are points where it was really funny for me. And there's one part of the movie that has just like the longest insult I've seen in quite some time, or ever possibly. And I just found that part to be really funny. And I do like the insults in this movie. I found those to be pretty hilarious. And there's lots of very memorable scenes in this movie that really stick with me and make me want to revisit this film. And I also enjoyed the choice to have the music be subtle, but adding a lot to the film. Like, it's not in your face constantly. There are points where you can hear it, but it's not very loud. It's just in the background like wallpaper. Kind of reminded me of John Carpenter movies where there's music in his movies, but they're kind of just used as wallpaper, basically, whenever there's music. This is also, I believe, Jonathan Glazer's first feature film. And for a first feature, I think this is awesome. I think it's an excellent first feature film. But unfortunately, there are some things that I felt kind of held this movie back. Like the dream sequences in this movie. It's not a big chunk to the movie, but I did find them to be kind of cheesy and a bit unnecessary. And whenever we do get action in this movie, it's not super well shot. Like, you can't really tell what's going on very well. Like, close-ups, quick cutting, and the editing kind of gets a little choppy. But luckily, that's like only one specific scene where it bothered me. And the rest of the movie is basically dialogue, which I thought helped out my experience very well. So most of the movie is not something that I have an issue with. It's just those few things that I feel could have been improved on a bit. So definitely check this movie out whenever you get the chance. I think that there's a lot to like in it. has really strong characters, and if you're okay with this movie being a heist movie where most of the movie is not a heist, and it's just characters talking to each other, and they're interesting characters, and the dialogue really works for you, if all these things sound interesting to you, then check it out. And with all that being said, I'm going to give Sexy Beast a 9 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below you thought of Sexy Beast, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for It Ends With Us. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.